Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Today I'm going to be telling you why circumstances do not matter. Right? I'm sure you've heard me say it. I don't even think I've said it that much, but I know other people have said it. It's a thing, right? And it's true, right? But why do they not matter? Why do they not matter? Well, I can tell you. So if we found ourselves trying to tell ourselves that circumstances don't matter, it's probably because some circumstance is really unfavorable to us and we're trying to convince ourselves that they don't matter. They can change. Of course they can change. You know why they can change? Because they are reflections of you, and if you can change, the circumstance has to change. It's law. So instead of trying to change the outside, change the circumstance, you need to get to the source of where the circumstance is coming from, and guess what that source is? My favorite thing to talk about. You. Right? State of being. You. Your state of being. That's where it's coming from. You are going within, making the change, and then the outside has to change. Okay? So if you found yourself in unfavorable circumstances, it's because your state of being has been shit. I mean, it's just a state of being, but nonetheless, if you're creating unfavorable circumstances, it's because you're not in a favorable state of being. Real simple, right? So when you see like the people that want SP, okay, I want SP, I'm going to affirm for them like a banshee because that's what I was told to do, or that's what I feel like I need to do. That's what I want to do. I want to focus on them, right? Because they're important. They're more important than me. And I'm going to just affirm for them. And guess what? They'll come back. You'll get them. But state of being always reigns supreme king. So if you're affirming for a person like a banshee because you need them to feel complete and happy and love, because that's where you've already gave them that role, right? Now they're responsible for my happiness. And now that they're not doing certain things, now I'm unhappy. So it's coming from them. Even when you affirm and get them back, they are going to reflect back your state of being, which is a state of being of incompleteness, of neediness, of not being whole, right? Incompleteness, the insecurity within, not feeling safe within self. That's going to be reflected back in due time, 100% of the time. So again, instead of trying to change the outside circumstance, trying to change SP, bring them back in with SP and change their behaviors with affirmations, how about you go to the source, which is you, and make that change? So ideally, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to feel safe and secure within, right? Because when you're safe and secure within, outside has to reflect this, right? You're in a stable place. You're building your house on solid foundation by being safe and solid within, right? You're going to, like I said yesterday, and even the bank even has to change the more safe and secure you feel. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, these are all circumstances. So safe, secure within. You're going to really want to be there for yourself, right? Really want to be there for yourself. Not just the awesome positive affirmations like I'm perfect. I like that one, right? But it's more than just that. It's about even being there for yourself when you fall out of grace into a state of being that's not necessarily the most favorite. It happens. You're not going to beat yourself up, tell yourself how stupid and dumb that you are. You're going to say, hey, listen, it's okay. I'm a human being having a human experience, and I came here to live this. It's okay. Like, it's just an emotion. I'm going to let it pass through. I'm not going to create a whole story as to why it's happening and why it shouldn't be happening. I'm not going to resist it because that's why it's still staying here. And I'm going to just love myself through it and be compassionate with myself. It's okay. Just feel the emotion, let it go. You guys ever wonder why you don't have any happy suppressed emotions? Because you don't resist them. That's all. So when you feel sadness or a little fear, just let it go. Don't identify with it. Don't resist it. It is what it is. Let it go. Just moving through. Oh, I miss my person. It's okay. Feel it. Let it go. You're human too. Okay. Also, please really realize really, really realize that the circumstance is coming from you. It's highly impersonal. No one's attacking you just to attack you. No, these things aren't happening. Like, the universe isn't punishing you. You know who punished you? You know who was attacking you? You know who was abandoning you? That all these things happen? You. It's okay. You're not going to do that anymore. You know what I mean? You know why you're not going to do that anymore? Because you understand now, as within, so without. Circumstances really don't matter because they're coming from me. And this is really good news, by the way, isn't it? Because you can change yourself. And I don't mean change yourself as in like you're not acceptable the way that you are, you need to change. I'm saying like go within and make that change with accepting self, loving self, respecting self, not going against self, not talking shit to yourself, not beating yourself up, not putting yourself through endless chaotic stories. Yeah, like, who's someone that you like, someone that you love right now? If they were just sitting on the couch, minding their own business, would you go over there to them, just whispering in their ear, "You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're not gonna make it. Why'd you do that? Why'd you even start that? You're not gonna finish. Everyone's better than you. SP's not talking to me or SP's not gonna talk to you. They're gonna leave you because you're not good enough. And there's people out there that are better." You wouldn't do it? That'd be real asshole-ish of you now, wouldn't it? Well, that's what you're doing to yourself every time that you're sitting off in the corner, sulking, feeling sorry for yourself, telling yourself these stories about how this isn't going to happen and this always happens and this person's better than me and da-da-da-da-da, and my whole life sucks, so I put all my time into my SP just because I gave them my key to happiness and they only have it, and now they're not doing what I want, and so now I'm sad. I need them back really, 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 really bad, so I'm just affirming over here, but I'm not really getting anything, and it's because I suck. It's because it works for everyone else but not for me. Stop it. See how mean that is to yourself? That is fucking mean. And like, how could you in the same sentence, like, or how could you like really think, if you're watching these videos, you know you're the source, you know outside's a reflection of you, you know that the world is a mirror, so why like, before you start saying it works for everyone else but not for me, are you really doing it? Are you really being there for yourself? Or are you sitting off in a corner somewhere, or driving somewhere, like really tormenting yourself? Because the outside makes no mistake. The outside makes no mistake. It's always reflecting back at you. So when you're mean to yourself, talking down to yourself, all these things, like, and just being mean, like, what do you think out there is doing? Because state of being is king, and if you're in a place of incompleteness, you're a place of not feeling good enough, not whatever, and thinking someone's better than you and gonna get your person's gonna go off here, like, that stuff's reflected back. So even when the person comes back in, you're gonna start seeing them through that light again, through the lens of you not feeling good enough, and you not feeling whole, and you not feeling chosen, right? And you're gonna think and so how could you believe that they're gonna stay? You wouldn't. And you're gonna throw on shit assumptions about them, and they're gonna fucking carry that out, because state of being is king. And it's the same thing. Sorry about the noise over there. I bought it doesn't matter. And it's the same thing with anything else. But you gotta start getting really, really honest with yourself. How are you actually being? Because state of being is king, and the circumstances are reflecting back the state of being. Now, I've been talking a little bit about presence. It used to be something I talked a lot about on the channel. Someone mentioned that to me in a comment today, and thank you for doing that. I brought up SP stuff as of late a lot because it is where a lot of people want, or it is where a lot of people are, and it's what they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I found out about this stuff in the first place. But I do know that state of being is king. And the more present you are, and the more fulfilled you are within your own self and your own life, and actually making yourself important, because you are, and also knowing that like everything is coming from you. So like, why are you going against self? Why are you watching these videos that are telling you what I'm telling you? Why are you doing all these things and then not being? Like, I know that, like, as within, so without. I know that. I know state of being is king. I know that as much as I love my wife, As much as it would be nice to, it's a really romantic idea to think that no matter what I thought about, no matter what my state of being was, she wouldn't reflect that back. But she will. So I stay on top of it. And I also know that like I don't really need to stay on top of it too much about assumptions and stuff, because like I just control my state of being. And when you're when you're more present, when you're feeling more grateful for life, because you're going to start seeing that you actually create your own happiness. When you're being your own best friend, you create your own happiness. And you can let everyone else off the hook, and you naturally get more favorable assumptions about people, because you're like, oh, that's cool. Like the present moment is nothing to fear. Looking around and appreciating your life right now is nothing to fear. But the reason that like you're scared of the present moment, the same way I was when I first read The Power of Now, the same way I've talked to other people about, the reason that you're scared is because you're thinking, oh, if I'm not thinking about my person, I'm just not going to get them. Well, if you're obsessing over your person, if you're thinking about them all the time, because you're saying that you need this person, again, you can bring them in with the affirmation stuff, but like state of being is king. And that's why you're in the state of, that's why you're in the position that you're in the first place, is because you have put all focus on somebody else, abandon self, and the state of being says, the circumstances say we have to abandon you. The source is you. I'm gonna try to walk over here. I know that's a little loud, but the source is you. Sorry. The sooner you can go within, create the stability, the security, the love within, the faster you're going to realize that nothing exists outside of you. All those circumstances that you think are just so permanent and so fucking right there in your face, they don't make a fuck. They're going to change because you do. Because the only reason they look like that is because you are doing what you're doing right now. Like at a certain point, my people, you have to get to a place where it's like, okay, I don't care what's going on out there. I'm not scared of dropping them from my awareness anymore. I don't care. I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of feeling unstable within myself. I'm tired of being just fucking this chaotic state of being. I have to make this change for myself, pick myself, choose myself. And then the circumstances are going to reflect this back to me, because that's all they've ever been doing. So that's it. Got a little worked up because I love you guys. Okay? I do. And all you have to do is control your state of being. Get present. Like a person who loves himself, I think I was talking about that a second ago, like they wouldn't be just tormenting themselves in their mind. Get out of mind, like I've talked about before. Put your attention in your body, put your attention on the present moment, what's actually happening right now. Stop torturing yourself, because you wouldn't do that to somebody that you love. So if you're telling yourself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, prove it. Prove it. You want people to prove their love to you, right? So if you're saying, I love myself, I'm important now, prove it. Would that person torment themselves with all those negative thoughts about how they're not good enough and things like that? No. And I get that it can be a little tricky at first, but you're going to have to disidentify with that whole mind stuff and realize who you are at a whole level. And you can do that by get in the present moment, feeling the wholeness and the security and the completeness within. Stop worrying about losing your person, because it's not going to fucking happen. The only person that you need to worry about losing is you, because you've lost yourself trying to make everyone happy and get this person so you can feel love and you completely abandon self. The only person that you need to return to, the only person that needs to choose you is you, and this will be reflected back. But you're not losing anything in the present moment. Yeah, put your attention in your body. When you start to spiral, nope. In your present. Nope. Not thinking about it right now. Nope. Oh, and you're feeling sad and you've already started to spiral. It's okay. You're gonna put your attention in your body. Feel the emotion. Don't judge it. Don't tell a story as to why it's there, who's responsible for it, who the fuck I'm gonna blame now for feeling this way, and what happened as a kid, and why I shouldn't be feeling this way. Who says you shouldn't be feeling any kind of way? It's just emotion. It's not who you are. It's not scary. Just feel it. Let it go. Don't identify with it. I love you guys. Like, worry about your state of being. Focus on that. Focus on feeling the love within, the security within, the wholeness within. Watch the circumstances change. And yeah, Like, it's so much that you don't even really need to affirm for the person that much. If you got stable, they're coming. Granted, it is fun sometimes to tell a little story about stuff. Like, I do it. Like, oh yeah, it's so cool. This is like this now, and and fill in the blank. But from a place of already being whole and complete. Even if you say, I'm whole and complete, do you know what that feels like? Do you know what that actually is? No, you don't. Not if you've been identified with mind forever. Get out of the mind for a little bit, get in the present moment, love the self, talk to yourself nicely, befriend yourself, be your own best friend. Realize that, like, you're just gonna have a good day because you said so. Focus on feeling good, and even if you're not feeling good, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't resist it, it's okay. Like, it's all real, just simple cake stuff, but it's all you. I could rant for a while because I want you guys to really realize it's all you, and the circumstances don't matter because they can change because you can change. That's all I got. See you guys soon.